It's scary, but also very exciting. Scary in the sense of pulling my neck another general election.
Yeah.
We're always constantly voting, but also really exciting in the sense that we can update our show and keep on like surprising audiences really. Because originally when we wrote Boris the Musical, Boris Johnson wasn't Foreign Secretary.
Yeah.
So it was the rise and fall of Boris Johnson. Then it became the rise and fall and rise again of Boris Johnson. It's really exciting. So we've updated it, or we're in the process of updating it. Lawrence, who can't be here today, he's at home right now scribbling away, and we better really had be.
Otherwise, he's getting it.
Yeah, he's in trouble. So yeah, we're going to update a few songs in there. Also, I know, yeah.
I'm so excited.
Well, really, we can't. It's hard to really write it in its entirety because it's not happened yet.
Yeah, the text I got was on the general election announcement day was, okay, so we've got a performance 2 days after the general election, and the text we got was, you know how we said it was all really fine and we had it polished and everything was brilliant now? Yeah, ignore all of that. We've got 2 days to write and rehearse and perform new material.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. So yeah. But I think it's nice though, it embodies the spirit of it first time round, which I really, really like.
Yeah, we kind of, with the first time we did it with really on a shoestring, a collection of talented people that we knew, and everybody was kind of in it together to make a quality piece of work, but we really had nothing, no money. Yeah. So it was kind of like theatre but punk. So we threw everything at it, energy, like work for 12 hours a day, you know, sweat and tears into those rehearsals. So really, it's back to our roots.
I think that's great though. I think that's the general nature of the show. Like we've amended and tweaked it for every performance that we've done based on what's in the news that day anyway.
Yeah.
And it always gets such a good response from audiences when you make it relevant like that. Like we had a couple of gags that were to do with things that were in the paper that morning for one of our shows, and that one joke got a round of applause. And
the only round of applause.
Yeah. That round of applause in our heads swiftly turned into, we got a standing ovation. It was absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I think that's the nature of the show anyway, that it's constantly, because I mean the material's out there to, you know, be seized really. So we do that and we kind of review it really regularly.
All the time.
Yeah, and we're always looking to improve it as well. And again, it's not like we've just done this thing and it's been a whirlwind and it's been like success that nobody would have thought. You know, a year ago, none of us knew each other. This thing didn't exist, and now it's really well. We've got a national tour. Like we're doing Fringe. It's huge, you know. And the fact that we've had all that momentum built is around the fact that it is so relevant, and we do take inspiration from stuff that happens day to day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Liz and I know each other since college, at Aquinas College. That's why we're here today, because we are both from Stockport.
Keep the faith.
Absolutely. So Liz and I know each other.
Yeah.
So I'm the director of the show, and we have Michael Gove.
Hello.
And Michael has a song called BeLeave. BeLeave. It's very clever joke.
So clever. It's the best joke, innit?
It is. And it has this lovely kind of gospel number in the show, and that kicks off the second act. And Liz has an incredibly soulful, beautiful voice. So, that's why I kind of got in touch with Liz, and then she did an audition, and she played the Michael Gove to perfection. It's kind of these quirks and these oddities. So Lawrence, I know Lawrence, the writer, who is my business partner. We met from Sheffield People's Theatre, which Andrew Loretto set up, which is at the Crucible. He's no longer there, and we kind of drifted off from that now and created our own business. But we also met David Burkhardt, who was the leading man, Boris Johnson, also at Sheffield People's Theatre. And from that, we kind of just grew together. We did various few projects in Yorkshire, Wakefield, etc. And then we just kind of grew and grew. And then one day Lawrence emailed me, like, should we work together? And I was like, should we? Because I'd be mad not to take the opportunity. He's a great writer. And then and from that spurred this, and as Liz said, national tour now, going to London, Oxford, Edinburgh, Doncaster, back in Manchester again, Great Manchester Fringe, and we're preparing a Trump musical as well.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So it's not going to be as playful as this one, Debbie. It's not going to be as playful. It's going to be a lot darker.
I think Boris has some, not dark moments, but it has some moments that are really kind of hit home with audiences.
Oh, yeah.
For, you know, the peaks and the troughs. We don't skirt over the troughs at all. You know, we're quite, not vicious, but on point, I would say.
Yeah.
We're very on point, and that's for both sides as well, of Remain and Leave.
Exactly.
And now she's, you know, preparing for a hard Brexit.
Yeah.
So, like you say, it's shots at everybody.
Yeah. No discrimination. We hate everyone in equal measure.
We only hate the people who are very cynical,
Yeah.
opportunistic.
Yeah.
That's who we're looking
Yeah.
at, and that's what this show kind of encompasses.
Yeah, if the show has any kind of message besides let's sing songs and be funny for an hour, it's we don't like opportunism in politics because it's just power hungry insanity at times, which is why we subnamed Michael Gove Michael Psycho Gove, because it's about being a power hungry psycho, really.
He thought his opportunity had arrived, and then
and then get it up.
They have those power struggles in there. And that, in fact, some of the funniest moments of the show is Boris and Michael Gove going at each other.
So, did you come together as Blowfish Theatre for Boris?
Well,
was this your first production of Blowfish?
It is our first production, We started off with Boris, and then we realised actually we can make something of this, and then we kind of created Blowfish Theatre. I think the idea of Blowfish came around the idea of like pufferfish. We're quite small, but we inflate ourselves quite large. So that's the idea of the logo.
That's amazing. I didn't know that until right now. That's awesome. The first professional work that I did was here in Manchester at the International Festival last time round. I was in the Scriker at the Royal Exchange with Maxine Peake, and it was just an opportunity for like a volunteer project for choral singers to be in 15-minute section of that show. And I was one of the very fortunate people that got through and was able to do that. And so it was a really intensive, because it got an extended period run and stuff. It was really intense, but it was great to learn about how professional theatre works and how it is different from amateur theatre. And then this, like coming on board with this project, I got a text message from my best mate saying, audition for this, ? And then I read the script, and it was so professional. I read the script, and it was one of the funniest scripts I've ever read. It's rare, actually, that you can sit in a room on your own and laugh out loud at something that's been written, but actually, like, this did do that. So I was like, right, I have to be involved, so went for it, and then met everybody. And I actually, like, Blowfish and doing Boris has felt like a really nice way in for me to get into professional acting full time, because it's marrying that lovely spirit of kind of championing it all as one and putting all your heart and soul in as a collective to get like an end result that I feel you get a lot in Amdram, but not necessarily in a huge professional production. But we're still professionals, and we adhere to that standard, and we're now going into professional theatres and you know, being at that level and getting remarkable feedback.
Other than that, just kind of a few bits of my own company that I did for Fancy That. So Can't Pay, Won't Pay, I did a bit of directing for that. And another show that I did called An Ode to Mr. Bubbles, which absolutely nobody will have ever seen. They said it's a small selection of you, because it was like a promenade theatre piece around an art gallery. It was lovely, it was hilarious, if I say so myself, but nobody will see it. But apart from that, I'm also an actor. So
what have you been in?
Debbie, you are.
You've been more professional stuff than I have.
Yeah, so I started in 2012 while I was still at university. I was involved with John Godber in the International Student Drama Festival. Called Duck Stranglers of Yanada. And it was the first kind of professional work that I did, and it was the most frightening piece of work I've ever been involved with, because if you know John Godber, he's about 6'8", and you know, despite his stature, his name is huge everywhere. You know, John Godber, the third most performed playwright in the UK. So I was quaking in my boots. That was my first production I was in. Was with him. And John Godber was the first one that I were in. I don't think I did very well though, because as I was in the Wakefield Mysteries, I did the speech at the start of the performance, and he came in because he's a champion for the Theatre Royal in Wakefield, and he saw me on the door, and he went, "Oh, hi Kyle, are you an usher now?"
Sorry.
And I was like,
clearly didn't make that much of an impression.
I know, right? I was like, no, John, I'm the assistant director.
Amazing.
Yeah. But I'm thrilled that happened. I really am. So yeah.
Not bitter at all.
Absolutely not. Well, this is the first tour I've ever been involved in. I performed at the Edinburgh Fringe before, my improvised comedy troupe, but this is the first kind of professional touring theatre company. He knows about it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Natalie Bennett has seen the show.
Natalie Bennett said to me at the end of the show, did I tell you this? She couldn't believe how on point it was.
Excellent.
Points!
Yeah. And that's not even on our poster, Debbie.
Yeah.
No, we didn't even know.
We didn't even use it as a quote. We've got such good quotes.
Yeah, Natalie Bennett gets pushed off the bill from quote-wise, and she said she couldn't believe how on point it was.
Yeah.
Amazing. That was one of the best things,
So you know,
feedbacks I had.
Natalie, she was the leader of the Green Party before the last general election, and I think she tweeted Boris a few times.
She did, yeah. She absolutely loved it.
Yeah. I think every time we do a show, a lot of people do tweet him directly.
Yeah.
So I think he's definitely aware
of it. Yeah.
That's true, actually. Yeah, we get a lot of that, don't we?
But musicals about politicians aren't, uncommon. We've heard Jeremy Corbyn the musical already that's been done in London. We had Tony Blair the musical. So they do exist, so I think people kind of are aware of them. But we're hoping, because we're performing in Oxford at the old fire station, his old home ground, of course, the Bullingdon Club. So we're hoping he'll come along to that. And you know what? We think he'd really enjoy the show, despite...
He'd love it. He'd absolutely
Are you going to tag in Michael Gove as well?
I don't think he'd quite enjoy it.
No.
Because he really is insane. I think Boris would revel in the whole sex scandal and...
Yeah, he'd absolutely love its business.
He would, yeah. There's a lot of gyrating, which I'm sure he'd be thrilled
There's a lot of gyrating.
Yeah, probably gyrating he wouldn't be capable of.
He might want to join in.
Exactly. I'd love it if he did.
I'd love it if he sang along. Like, if he sang along to Superman, that'd make me so happy inside.
Yeah.
We have a song called Superman. It's so catchy. You'll be singing it in the shower. There's that one that's really, really good. There's Bullingdon as well. That's a really good one.
Posh Lads.
Posh Lads.
Yeah, so we have this kind of punk rock song called Posh Lads, which is all about the Bullingdon, by David Cameron.
You could invite David Cameron now, he's not a politician anymore.
Yeah. And my contempt runs deep. I wouldn't mind having Boris there.
It's peculiar, that, isn't it?
I don't know why.
I think a lot of the show works, I think, because Lawrence has written it fully aware of the fact that he is his own satirist. I don't know the word.
Sure, keep going.
You know what I mean, though?
I do know.
Like,
None of the audience will.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know words. I'm not Trump. I don't have the best words. But I think he's kind of beyond satire because he just owns everything, every gaffe, every misspoken quote. He owns it, and people really admire that in him, and really it really endears him towards the public. And I think for my idea of Michael Gove or David Cameron being sat in the audience makes my blood boil. Boris Johnson being in the audience, I'm like, oh, that'd be nice. Lovely cuddly teddy bear. You're terrible.
Would heckle the shit out of him.
Yeah. I think David would have an absolute ball if Boris actually turned up.
As in David Burkhardt in place Boris, not David Cameron.
David working with him is really surreal at times because he goes full method. He's 100% Boris Johnson. At the Christmas speech, that's it. But that's it for 8 hours. For the first week, I didn't have a conversation with David. I had a conversation with Boris Johnson for a week in rehearsals. It was crazy.
What's all this whiff-waff?
Yeah, what's all this whiff-waff? What are you doing with that foundation, chaps? Just putting foundation on his face for the show. He's like, putting too much on, chaps. It's amazing.
He's
so great.
But so much we proper embrace that kind of method feel about it. We push him out into the audience at the start of the show to get him mingling with the audience, as a politician would. They go out there and be networking and all that kind of smarminess, and he does it brilliantly. And we've had some great feedback from that. Some people who said they couldn't speak to him because he made them so outraged. Some people love it, some people hate it, and we don't mind which way, as long as it creates that lovely reaction.
Well, first ever show, we were in Doncaster above a pub, and he went downstairs and pulled a pint like all of the politicians do. Yeah. It was absolutely brilliant.
Boris, master of the universe. Right. Thanks all for buying and listening to this recording. It's jolly good of you to listen. Boris.